for another book of Hideous Tomfoolery. Book 2 of Attack of the Swarm. My gosh, it feels like it's been forever since I've sat in this particular GM's chair doing this game. I'm glad to see all of you smiling faces. So to get back at this Attack of the Swarm, as it were, how you guys doing?
Who are you people?
Hey.
Who are you people?
Wait a minute. I'm confused.
Doing good.
I got into the wrong Zoom call, man.
Oh no. Oh no. Is this Starfinder? Where's the 2E room?
This isn't the Min Crisis.
Oh. We're good at him.
Zach, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm caffeinating up real quick.
Don't tell me what you're drinking. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Damn it. It's like it all went out the window.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
It's been so long, we don't know the theory.
Yeah, if your entire state of being revolves around what you're drinking, then just hold off on my question. We'll get to you. Emily, how are you doing?
I'm good. I will hold the rest of my comment later.
Okay,
I'm good.
we're all a very liquid-focused group here. Heath, how is your life?
It's all right.
Can I talk about showers?
I just took a shower, so you know.
Same. We're twinsies.
Wow, you guys are ambitious. It's Monday.
Set a low bar here at Hideous Tomfoolery.
I think that's known at this point.
Yeah.
Griffin, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. Had a good day. Had a good day today.
Yeah, lots happened since we last sat at a table with you. You guys did episode 100.
Yeah, man.
You got engaged.
I got engaged. I did. Yeah.
Oh shit! Congratulations,
congratulations.
man.
Congratulations.
Shit's been just chugging along over here.
Just another day, you know.
Griff's
Another day.
like, fuck you, 2020. I'm taking it
fuck
back.
you, 2020. Survived two layoffs at my company. Got engaged. Put out episode 100. I'm fucking.
Knock on
top
wood.
of the
Flying
world over
high,
here.
man.
You better knock on wood, my dude.
I mean, yeah, I guess good things come in threes, and that was technically 4, so I should be good for at least 2 more.
Yeah, I mean, it's the rule of 3.
Yeah,
Rule of threes.
that's math.
Yep.
Three
Steve,
is a
how are you
number.
doing?
Hi, Adam. Steve here from the Hideous Laughter podcast. On the show, I play Matumbe and Sawyer Savarine. I also showered for this. I used soap and shampoo, and then I dried myself after. So that was a good time. Besides that, life's been okay. I've been working from home for a while. I did not get engaged since the last time we all played. Still working on that.
No snake women in your life right now?
Not yet. I won't count it out. I also was there for the recording of episode 100 of the HLP. It was a pretty good time. I don't know. That's about it, man. I don't have a lot going
Thanks for
me.
the play-by-play, Steve.
I love you so much,
Well,
I
man.
used
You're
soap
so
and shampoo and then dried myself
Yeah, I was
off
gonna say,
afterward.
can we get like a minute by minute of that shower? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know if we want it. I don't know if we
Steve,
want
I'll
it.
give you guys the
go
walkthrough.
top down or bottom up?
Oh, I'm top down.
Obviously, he's not
Yeah.
mad
He's
man.
not an animal.
Sort of
Well,
animal.
Steve, you did a good job of taking all the various pieces of the previous answers and combining them into one cohesive answer.
Thank
so
you.
I appreciate that. However, where you did fail is that you have not even logged into our game yet.
Oh, you're
Probably
right.
do
I
that, you
haven't.
idiot.
I thought. Here's the deal. We've had combat basically every episode of HTF, and I thought we were just due for some RP.
Yeah.
No maps.
He's just going to will it into existence. I like
Do you know
that.
what AP you're playing?
And actually, to be fair, I had this open earlier, and then I closed out of my browser and forgot to reopen.
It's
And
okay.
take a
doesn't count
shower.
for
Thinks he's
anything,
all good
but-
for the day.
Yeah.
Well,
Griffin.
I cleaned everything from my body to my digital signature.
Wow. That is
Speaking
impressive.
of clean,
yeah. Okay.
Emily, are you drinking something clean today?
I am. Hold on. I got to. Hold on. Crack.
Oh my God.
I did it. I'm going, I'm keeping it lawful with the clawful. I'm having some mango White Claw.
Well, speaking of White Claw, twins. That's the same thing.
Nice.
Flavor?
I have a lemon, and then I'll be into the mango.
Okay, we're going to literally do like tradesies because all I have left is lemon. It makes me a little sad, but that's okay.
Well, speaking of somebody that makes me a little sad, hey, Steve.
Hi,
What you
Griff.
drinking, bud?
I am drinking a Citrus Surf Easy IPA from Wolf's Ridge Brewing. That's a tasty beer, man. It is a tasty beer, and I'm going to have some of it now.
Hey, it's been a minute. Can we get a team slurp off of in this bitch?
Oh, God.
Emily, by the way you asked me that, you've been waiting for weeks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was pretty poor. I'd give that a
Being subtle, a
Get
subtle
it.
slupper.
Yeah.
a 3 on the
Slurpers?
scale of 10.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't good.
We'll
mean-
sneak one in later when nobody's expecting it.
Listen, it wasn't
Speaking
good.
of somebody nobody was
It's not that
expecting. Hey, Zach, what are you drinking?
Hey, Griff. What's up, man? I am drinking a
can answer
delirium. I'm drinking a delirium nocturnum tonight. I've also got a sugar-free Red Bull here on the side. You know, just a little mix and match. Not together, but separately.
Well, speaking of somebody that's not together with me because we're separate. Hey, Adam, what you drinking?
Hey, Griff. I am drinking a So Pro Altered Beast IPA. It's a very, very delicious IPA, and I actually bought them just for this session. So,
Wow. You're really thinking of us, huh?
I mean, I didn't shower, but you know, I did get special beer.
Priorities.
Me neither. Me neither. Let's be real. But
I mean, I didn't know it was that kind of party that we had to be clean. I'll know for next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, just
none
a
of
little
you are in
bit,
the room with me.
little bit of human decency goes a long way, guys.
Well, speaking of someone with a little bit of human decency, hey, Heath, what are you drinking?
I'm pulling an Emily this time and not drinking alcohol. I'm drinking coffee because Emily came and stayed the weekend with me, which was really nice, but she left all her Vizzies and I drank all of them last night.
Oh, God. That's a
happen.
Sunday fun day, man.
I have a good influence on friends.
It was really nice though. Like we went and had a bunch of seafood appetizers
Yeah.
because the place we
Watch
went.
out for shrimp.
What?
We ate crawfish.
Yeah.
Watch out for that Rona, really.
I mean, watch out for everything. Hashtag 2020. Also, seafood rules. And yeah, it was a good weekend.
How's the tattoo sash?
Oh, it was good. This is.
It looks nice.
Yeah, real fresh.
It's a fox and it's
It is a
so
fox.
warm. It's so warm, y'all. It's still real hot. Like my skin is real
Don't
hot.
turn the AC off for this recording.
Like I just got in the shower and just like let the cold water. I was like, it's so good. So, but no, it's awesome, and I'm excited. And I have another session scheduled in October.
See?
Is that also on your left arm?
Yes.
I'm trying to. I can't figure out the camera.
Yeah, it's on my left
then
arm.
We're twinning with the, with the.
Twinning to winning. Once
Yeah.
I finish this,
And we brought
once I
twinning all the
finish
way
this-
back around.
Yes,
We
I
did.
love it. Once I finish this one, we're starting on the right arm with my nerd shit.
Oh, okay.
So yeah.
Did you go to Hattiesburg just for the tat?
Yeah, the tattoo artist there like really specializes in the style that I like, so that's where I did, and I was there. God, I'm so good at telling stories.
You're the best, really.
Killing it.
Yeah. Speaking of being okay at telling stories, let's recap. Book 1, you guys all arrived at Susquehanna just in time to see it basically fall apart. You had joined with the exception of Vin, had joined the SDF for various reasons. Vin, you just happened to be in the wrong place in the wrong time when the Swarm launched a massive attack on Susquehanna. Now, they had already been there, but they had died off a little bit, so the inhabitants there had thought maybe that they had found some peace, but they were basically... The Swarm was just saving up for a massive takeover, and so pretty much all of Book 1 was you on the run from the Swarm Horde, trying to collect the last few people, survivors on the planet, and get off the planet. A part of that was getting Zalonin, which was a Hylaxian priest who was guarding this temple that he believed to be extremely important, and that the swarm getting it would be a huge problem. So he tried to protect it, but he didn't really know exactly what was so special about it, other than the swarm just seemed to be focusing a lot of their hive mind power towards it. But you successfully convinced him that he had to abandon it because there was just no saving it. And you got him to Rayo City and saw that you had been left by the evacuation. So you had to find a ship yourself and get it started, get it fueled, and deal with everything that you found in the hangar where the ship was. And you've got this gangster ship called the Terminus Wild. And you were able to get it fueled and get it started up, but just as you were boarding it and trying to get the passengers boarded, the swarm broke through and you clashed with them in a pretty epic fight. Almost lost Tex, but Xantos Lochwort, your favorite scientist, Blowhard, actually saved Tex's life, which is just going to be great for you guys going forward. But you did manage to get all of the survivors on the ship in a hasty retreat. You took off, saw that the planet had been indeed overrun by the swarm, and at the center of the horde was this giant, like Hydra-like swarm thing that just towered above all of the rest of the horde. And it tried to attack at you, but you're able to get away from it, and you had to fight off two swarm fleet furies, and you handled it, right? If I recall, y'all just stomped that starship combat. I don't think you guys even took a hit on the Terminus Wild's hull. And that's really where the book ended, and we are still kind of in that same day of you guys just getting away, and there's this weird mood on the ship because you flew through like all the debris of many evacuation ships that didn't make it in the star station, or the space station that orbited it is gone, and there's just so much loss of life and everything. And what you know is that you were given orders to regroup on a planet called Utranius, which is in the same star system as Susquehanna. So you will need to set a course to Utranius, and you know that that most of the refugees are kind of centering at this spaceport in a metropolis called New Graka. But you don't really know much about this ship. You haven't had time to really look at it, investigate it, see what all it's capable, what all it has on board. Everything was kind of in a rush, and you're right now starting with the first moment of peace that you've had in a couple hours. And I will say, Vin, Natasi, your hearing starts to come back as the ringing kind of woo. Finally, you'll be kind of rubbing your ears a little bit for the next day, but you can hear.
Does anybody need a Q-tip? My doctor tells me you can put them as far in your ear as you want.
Oh, yeah, I'll take one, mate. Let me get a couple of them.
I was going to say, Cora is your doctor.
So speaking of which, actually, Natasi's going to stand up from the the Mystic Officer Station, or Magic Officer Station, that's what it's called, that she was at, and walk over to Tex and kind of spin him around a little bit and take a look at him, because he took some bad hits, some real bad hits in that last fight. He's going to look. Evident bruising, acid burns, takes out a pen light from her little medical jacket and flashes it in your eye, and I'm assuming your pupil just doesn't dilate at all.
Concussion.
Gather round, everybody. It's time to get healed. Time for me to fulfill my purpose. And I'm going to go ahead and burst. I think there's several people here who are significantly hurt. I think I'm at full, but I think fucking your name, Griff. Sigurd. I don't know why I was fumbling on that. It's been too long.
Getting that guy.
Yeah, Sig's at full.
Yeah, so everybody else's will hurt. So I'm going to do a little Mystic Channel here. Pretty shitty, but I'm rolling 4d8 now because big channels, and that's going to be 10 points of healing. So we'll spill over to
you know what?
now.
Take it.
Adam, did you ever say when we level up, do we just add to the pool, right? We don't add the HP.
Correct.
Okay, so I could actually benefit from this then.
Well, then same. Then I would.
If we all leveled up.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so I would benefit from this, and that would actually spill over nicely for me.
Nice.
That puts me back at full hit points.
How much was it total, Steve?
Real shitty. 10.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not terrible, though. I mean, at low level.
No,
Gladly take it.
it's not abysmal.
Thank you, Natasi.
You're welcome. Do you require more healing?
No, I just need to catch my breath. As in, I only have stamina. Down now.
Take a rest, soldier. I think
same.
we're out of the thick of it now.
Yeah, I'm still 5 hit points from max from healed up.
Oh boy.
Even with your level up?
Well, the
You
level
look at-
up doesn't give you any hit points. It just increases how many you can have. Like when you level up, you don't get any more hit points back. You just your bar.
But your
lengthens.
maximum increases.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's why I
talking
was saying Sig would actually benefit from the burst because he was at full health, but then with the level up, the bar got bigger, so he could heal. Like he was at 20, then his bar went to 27, so he could heal 7.
Correct.
about. Yeah.
All right, so healing's good. I think that probably the first thing to do is maybe set the course, or maybe even just do like a quick scan of the systems of the ship while you have the time. I mean, as I said, you didn't take any damage because you guys killed that starship combat. But I will say, just even without a roll for this, that just kind of a cursory look through all the system readouts, you see that this ship does not have a drift engine, so you're going to have to travel on thrusters alone.
Lame.
Which isn't too bad because, as I said, you're in the same star system. So like it's not horrible. But your pilot, who's the pilot again? Is that you, Em?
Me.
Yep. Let me get a piloting check.
Okie dokie. Okay, 17 on the die plus 8. So that's 25?
25. You're good. Let's see. All right. Cool. So you set that. You set the trip, and it's only going to take you 4 days. So you've got a pretty good bead on where you're going, on your coordinates, and you kind of just set the course and put it on autopilot. You don't necessarily have to control it at this point. And so then it's the kind of the ship is yours, so to speak. What would y'all like to do?
I think Sig would take Vinny aside now that he can hear. He's like, "Hey, did you miss my voice?
Oh, it sounds like music to me mate.
Vinny, do you mind? We saw all that debris when we flew off Suskal, and I don't know if you can use our comms, if you can ping something, see if anybody made it out. I don't know if we're supposed to be meeting on one planet. I'm wondering if anybody's still flying around out here."
I wouldn't count on it, mate, but I'll certainly put some feelers out. And I guess I can do like a wideband kind of.
Yeah, you could just do basically a science officer scan check.
Oh, okay.
All
right.
So you just roll computers.
Okay, I can do that. What are my computers? It's not that great. It's a 17.
Let's see. You might get some bonuses. You're gonna get 2 plus 2 to that for the sensors
19.
on 19. Okay. There is like you put it out there and you get the normal ping, and then all of a sudden like the readout just starts to like malfunction, and you get this alert that says that your sensors are in a glitching condition.
Oh, bloody fucking hell. It seems that the sensors ain't working right. Maybe I can take a look at it, though.
Did we take damage during the fight?
No, love, I think it's just some glitchy systems, you know? This thing's been sitting up for who knows how long.
It was a gangster ship. You never know. It might take a little bit of finagling to get to even use them.
Well, can I try a computer check or engineering check to...
Yeah, so you could try to engineer it from here on the computer, you know, if, like from the console if you want, or you could try to see if there's something going on with the equipment itself, you know.
Can Yavari help with any of that?
If you have, it's engineering, so if you have engineering.
Yeah, I do.
Well, before I go walking into the hull of this thing, I think I'll check it from the bridge, you know?
Yeah. The only reason I mentioned doing it directly is that you would have a little bit of a bonus on it, like, because you'd be directly interacting with it. But
sure.
I think it makes sense to just run a couple diagnostics on the console while you're right there. You know,
Yeah,
why
let's
not?
do that. Is
All
that
right.
engineering?
Mm-hmm. And you can aid and...
I aid with a 20.
Okay.
That's better than what I rolled. I'm looking at a 16
16.
plus the aid.
So it does seem to fix that. Well, you know, you just kind of reroute some of the power to it and kind of reboot it, you know, and because it's engineering, I also imagine you just kind of pound on it with your fist a little bit, just, you know, kind of do the old
Whatever
knock.
needs to be done. you
Right,
know?
right. And yeah, so they seem to be working, and scanning shows no life anywhere in the debris other than that what's on the ship, you know.
Well, Sig, I don't think anybody's out here, mate. It's just us, and then the refugees there in the back.
Yeah, worth a check.
What's that?
Worth a check.
It's awfully sweet of you, big guy. I wasn't even thinking of it.
Since Yavari can kind of like up and move around now, she would like to just sort of explore the ship, knowing that this is like a known gangster owned craft. She would kind of investigate around, see if there's any cubby holes or anything sneaky stowaway things.
Well,
Just
I mean, you're going to
got
have to
4
work
days.
your way through the map,
Yeah.
I think, a little bit. You know, yeah,
Okay.
you have 4 days, but for the present moment, you know, you need to kind of just work your way through the
Gotcha.
ship on the map.
I'd like to.
Cool.
I'd like Natasi to join with the caveat that she's going to peel off pretty much as soon as she gets to like the crew of refugees, and so I can bandage wounds, set broken bones and stuff, like whatever.
Yeah, I think you guys could probably work your way through to try to find where they all kind of settled in during the combat. And that seems like a good goal as any, is to find where the evacuees are. I mean, you could use the ship's communications to, intercom systems if you want to do that too. I mean, you do have free reign of the ship,
Okay. Adam, just for reference, because in the art, the ship looked really big. About how large is this ship, just so we have an idea of what we're working with here?
So the ship is a medium-sized ship. It is a transport frame. for some idea of what it is, there are quite a few expansion bays on it.
Okay.
So there are crew quarters, there's a cargo hold, there's escape pods, there's 2 guest quarters expansion bays, and then there's a recreation suite, which is a hack recreation suite, or otherwise known as a holographic amusement chamber. So kind of an imaginatorium, like from Community or something like that. Like basically you go in there and can set some parameters and have this kind of
VR training.
if you want to train, but most of it's more
holodeck.
like you could go to like a beach, or you could go to a cabin in the woods.
Like Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets.
Yeah, right.
If you guys saw that seminal masterpiece there.
Oh man!
I mean,
Talk
6 for
about
6.
film
Everyone
with a
here has seen
capital
it. Yeah.
Yeah, let's skip
So
over
it
the
is-
holodeck references and go straight to that one.
I know. I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just go fuck myself with the holodeck. Cool, man.
Well, sometimes
Sorry.
a film that defines a generation comes along, and Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets is that for us.
Christ.
To
Cara
answer your
Delevingne,
question,
though.
though, it is a decked out ship. I mean, it is the full breadth of the medium size. You know, it's at the top end of that, as it's been added on with all these kind of expansion bay add-ons, and it's pretty well armed. You know, there on the forward arc, there's a gyro laser and a twin laser, and on the aft, there's a light plasma torpedo launcher, and the turret has a laser net. You know, so it's pretty solid ship. I think that maybe there was assumption that it's a little bit bigger than it actually is, but it is still luxurious and kind of opulent, especially on the design on the inside. Like everything is like leather and like, you know, just ridiculous, like really
Wood
bold
trim.
clashing colors and stuff like that, you know.
They spent all their budget on all the fancy stuff and couldn't get a fucking drift engine.
Yeah.
Well, if you remember, there was a drift engine in the
Oh, yeah.
cargo elevator.
So this is our fault for not picking that up.
I
We
guess
probably
so.
couldn't have installed it.
It was
We
there's no
couldn't
way.
have carried
Yeah.
it either.
No
right?
way.
I mean, you could have done all those things, but it would have taken you longer to do that than it would for you to just travel there by thrusters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you did not have the time in the
Timeless,
hangar to do
yeah.
all that. So
Definitely not.
The refugees all starved to death while we're trying to install a drift engine.
Give us a couple of days.
Never mind the swarm, you know.
So if you guys will go to the map, you can start like walking down the hallway. It's not restricted, so you can walk through doors, but make sure you walk through doors or you'll just go out in space like you're doing, Sigurd. Just kind of out and just walk through the walls and
that was
just
the way down. I couldn't see past it.
So Yavari, what you're standing on right there is an elevator. It's like a little elevator that goes down to the floor below. Sigurd,
My token is so thick I couldn't see the elevator that I was standing on.
Sigurd, you were just in the crew quarters.
Yep.
Okay. Across the hall from that is the galley. Vin, you're standing right in front of the door to the galley. Sigurd, you are in the captain's quarters, and then you just went into the crew lavatory. So
I was going to say, looks like a shitter.
Yeah. And then the room at the very south end of this hall is the power core and kind of the engineering main station. And for our listeners, they're all just kind of bouncing around, exploring the ship a little bit. I'm just going with Sigurd because he's kind of at the lead of this. You're down in the cargo bay. Those stairs go right down to the cargo bay. And then you just kind of take a brief look around, go back out to the hall. At the south end there were the escape pods. And there's some just like that on the other side if you were to like make the hallway loop all the way around.
Gotcha.
If you step in there, that is the hack room.
Oh, the rec room? Yeah.
So that's the room that can be kind of programmed to have like a virtual experience. Up ahead to your left are the crew quarters, or not the crew quarters, the guest rooms. They each have a double bed, a desk, and a private bath. There's an airlock right there at the corner that goes out. That is actually the way that you came in when you first boarded the ship. And then if you keep going north, you'll come down to a lounge area. It's an observation deck with big windows there, so you can kind of see out into space. And this is where all the survivors are. And so among them, of course, you see Zelonin and you see Xantos for sure. You also see Suthreth Cesaro, which is the Lashunta SDF soldier that you rescued from the throes of madness, and he seems much calmer now, much more with it. There's also the old lady that was leading the refugees from before, and the family that you saved from the swarm that drove down there. So, plus a handful of other evacuees. So, I mean, that's kind of the general feel of the ship. However, when you guys walk in there, Xantos pipes up immediately and says, "Well, if it's in our heroes, how's the little one doing, huh? I'm sure he would be dead if it wasn't for my brilliance."
I'm right here.
How are you then? I wasn't sure if you could hear, seeming that all of you seemed to be deaf as you were trying to lead us.
Look, man, let's go ahead and settle some things right now. Look, you obviously don't like any of us, but I do appreciate you helping us out and saving me from, dying. So, maybe we could stop being dicks to each other and try to have a working relationship. I mean, I don't think I'm an unreasonable guy. And I'll roll a diplomacy if I need to.
Sure, go ahead.
It's a 19.
A 19?
Yeah.
All right. Fine. For now, I will continue to allow you to lead us into whatever doom you have planned for us next. And he looks to the rest of the group. Just be wary. These are soldiers. They are not scientists. They will fight, and they will not worry about risking your lives to do whatever it is that they will do.
I'm sorry, did we not get you all on board?
You
Did we
almost
risk
got
your
all of
lives when
us
we tried to
killed.
help you?
You pulled us down into this hangar before it was cleared, and almost got every single one of us killed. If it was not for my quick thinking, not only would we all be dead, but your friend here would be dead as well.
Hey, Loadsworth, you took one shot in that fight, all right? You could clearly see those bugs came right through the wall. How am I supposed to clear the ground around the compound? Think clearly here for a minute.
Listen, your friend here made a point. I will cede to your authority for now, but I'm watching you.
Well, I'd like to see your science shoot those 2 starships down that were chasing us.
Yeah, by all means, if you want to lead, please take the helm. And she would just kind of gesture down the hall.
I mean,
come
that's
the
what
fuck
I've been
on,
saying
mate.
from the get-go. I think that I should be in charge here as the resident expert on the swarm. Who are you to be leading us? Why should it not be somebody from Susquehanna?
Hey, mate, look, if you don't like the leadership, airlock's right there. Ain't nobody stopping you.
Yeah, that's
See
4
what I'm
escape
saying?
pods.
At the first sign of disagreement, they want to
All
send
right.
me into space.
I just don't
Obviously,
like your
that was
attitude,
humor.
man. That's all it is.
All right, fellas, let's all calm down for a second. All right,
Can I please eat him?
No, you can't eat him.
Captain Loadsworth, what is your first order?
Nods at Ivari yeah,
Captain
you can't eat him.
Loadsworth?
He says, no, you want to take charge, have at it.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we're not interested in the politics of whatever this is. We got you guys off that rock. I mean, to be frank, you're all refugees now. We're gonna try to get you somewhere where maybe you won't get eaten by bugs. All right, I don't see how this has turned into a political squabble. All right, but if you want to help us, we will accept all the help we can get.
And the old lady, gosh, what's her name? Okay, her name is Kalora Gishi.
No, it's old lady.
Old lady.
Old lady,
Says-
Kalora Gishi.
Mrs. Old Lady.
Oh, that's another bit. We can't take that.
Dr. Loachworth, this is quite rude. These people did everything they could to save us. Let's give them a chance to do what they know how to do. They handled this starship very, very well. In fact, I did not feel a single bump in the said combat. So why don't you just stuff it for 1 minute?
Fine. And he just kind of sits back. And
Hey,
you
I
notice
like
that there's
this old bud here.
You notice that there's like a couple folks who like kind of go and sit next to him. You know, as he sits back.
He's got his own posse.
Oh, we got ourselves a friendly versus what is it?
Terminus Wild, Civil War.
Yeah.
We got a mutiny.
So that's what book 2 is about.
She says,
Listen, please don't let him represent all of us. I know there are several of us here.
as she kind of points to the family and to Sistereth, and herself even, who said, and she says,
We are very thankful for everything that you have done. We surely would have perished on Susquehanna if it were not for you. He's always been a blowhard, but he seems to be extra stressed out now.
I mean, I can understand that, given the circumstances.
I wonder why.
Sig
Does he
mumbles
have a
under his
history
breath.
of high blood pressure? I can administer something for that.
yeah, I bet you can. It won't have high blood pressure anymore, that's for sure.
All that problem.
Sig
What
looks
did
around
Sig
the room
mumble?
and he like mumbles to her. Looks like there's enough beds for you few. I think the rest of them might have to sleep in the cargo hold.
I would suggest that if that is your plan, that you make sure that the cargo hold is safe. You certainly don't want him having any ammunition.
Oh god, it's gonna be like the fucking Expanse. Like there's a bad guy in the cargo hold we didn't know about.
Oh, it has guns in the cargo hold?
Although she does kind
Be
of
right
point,
back.
She points to the room that you're in. She says, there is enough soft seating here that I think some of us could actually be comfortable here.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, y'all can kind of self-govern on that one, because I don't want to be seen giving special treatment to anybody. So old Loachworth will be pissed off at me.
Yeah, I'll sleep in the chair at the gunnery station.
So at that, you get another little warning indication on the kind of general console that's in each room. That's just kind of like the ship readout. And again, your scanners are glitching. You get this glitch warning. Nothing's happened in the few moments that you've been here, but maybe it's just on the fritz, I mean...
I don't know. Hey, love. And Vin looks over at Natasha. You want to come with while we take a look at this scanner system?
I'll do what I can. I don't have much to offer in the computers or engineering department.
Oh, well, then
Yeah,
it's Yubari that has all the...
It's Yubari.
Yubari's
I was
just
like,
over there
okay, I guess I'll just go fuck off.
What are you ladies?
I was gonna say, I thought we brought Zach in because none of us were good at anything.
Isn't this your job, bro?
Yeah, it is. I just want some backup,
I'll hold your damn flashlight.
So you can either go back to the bridge or you can go to the engineering room.
I think we'll go to the engineering bay this time or whatever and just take a look at the actual systems.
Okay. So that's on the top level of the southmost room.
I don't.
Man, we
Okay,
have
I'm
all
just gonna
this.
float
We have
around.
all this freaking.
I'm gonna tell you, man. That
3D lighting.
I'm gonna zoom out, and I need you to ping that because I'm fucking lost.
Yeah, I don't know how to get around this ship.
It's like it's your first hour on the ship or something. Shit.
I know. The dynamic lighting literally makes me feel claustrophobic.
Good.
I agree 100%. It's all like little tiny rooms and hallways.
And working with a large creature token,
yeah,
I'm like,
seriously.
oh, good.
Well, and I keep jumping out into space on accident.
I know.
Been in space about 20 times.
I think while they're like
These walls are so thin.
trying to mess with the systems that are on the fritz, like Tex wants to go check the galley, see what our food and situation is like, you know.
Zalonin will actually follow with you.
I'll bet he will.
Zalonin's-
Stanges.
I consider myself something of a foodie.
Oh, well, hell yeah, man. Come with me.
Yeah, I feel like it's something helpful I can do. I would love to join you into the kitchen.
Yeah, let's go check it out, man.
All right. That is right here. Pinging. All right. So Yavari, Vin, you're kind of in the engineering room where all the equipment is. You know, there's the power core right there in the center, and then there's a bunch of like servers, consoles, like pistons, all the works up in here, and you kind of, you know, trace a lot of it's labeled, and you can see a couple painted indications of where the sensor equipment is. And sure enough, you go there and you don't even really need the signs because you can see sparks kind of shooting off of some of the wiring that runs from the power core that powers the signal. Or
I don't think it's supposed to do that.
the sensors.
No, love, it's not. It's not. This thing looks knackered. Okay, so Vin carefully tries to walk up to it and take stock of it. You know, can I look at it and see what?
Let's roll a perception.
Is that just Vin? I'm sorry.
I mean, you can roll a perception separately. You can't aid on perception.
Okay,
but you
all right.
can each roll a
Do
Look
that.
right there.
right there. I don't even know what I'm looking for, but it's right there.
The sparks are confusing, Yavari. I got a 5 total.
17.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it's just you can certainly see that there is what looks to be like a small break in the wiring, but it's like close enough that it's still arcing, and so it's just like as the ship is kind of shuddering as it's going through space, just a little bit, just you know, it just needs to be patched up, really.
Okay, I was about to say I'm not an electrician, bro. I don't know what I mean. I like reconnect the wires, but don't you want to like turn that system off?
Yeah, you might want to turn the power core off first, but you know, also like you are a skilled engineer, even though Zach isn't. So
Right, so Vin does all the right things that he needs to do.
Okay, well, you do that, but unfortunately, there's a wrong thing that you didn't roll high enough on the perception, because as you touch it, this extra surge of electricity just powers through you. Like it's an abnormal amount, and it rips through you, and actually explodes out through you towards Yavari. I need both of you to roll a reflex save.
Well, I don't care for that shit.
As the wires themselves seem to just explode with electricity. I mean, for the rest of you, when this happens, like the lights kind of flicker, you know, and then like they go down and then come back up again. What'd you get on that reflex save, Vin?
19.
Okay, you're only going to take half damage. What about you, Yavari?
14?
14. You're going to take the full brunt of this. Fuck. We'll say that Vin was wearing his, you know, electric resistant gloves because he knew he was doing some dangerous work, but when it arced from Vin to you, you had no protection. And I'm going to have to roll quite a few dice here.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oi, this thing bit me.
And Yavari's still just shaking in the back, having some kind of like shock seizure.
Okay, so Yavari, you're going to take 21 points of
What?
electric and flame damage. That'll be 10 to you then.
Jesus.
Oh,
Six just downstairs like, somebody smell chicken?
Go ahead and roll that engineering check, though. You know, to fix it, nonetheless.
Says with that
Okay.
smart-ass smile on his face.
Will a 23 get it?
yes.
do I? Okay.
23 gets it. I would say you probably could not aid in this particular instance, as you just took the full brunt of an electrical explosion. However,
that's fair.
yeah, you're able to get the sensors to, you know, you patch up the wire and you check the console. The sensors seem to be in operating order.
All right, well, that's that. Love, you all right?
I'm really glad that Natasi helped me earlier. And she coughs and a little smoke comes out.
All right,
that-
all right. Well, you're not playing it up for laughs, are you?
No, I'm like, I have 0 stamina and I only have 13 hit points left.
You know, Yavari, it seems to me, just, you know, from just looking at it from an outside perspective here, that Ben is extremely dangerous to your health.
Well, seems like I had also made that connection as well, Adam. It's
not just
that
you.
Seems to be the case. Yeah, he's just a dangerous
You're a
sort.
bunch
Seems
of
like.
whining crybabies, all right? Everything's fine.
I'm not in this fictional conversation.
Come on, love. Let's get you to the nurse.
So, yeah, you can make your
fix
way back
it?
there. Tex, Zalone, and you guys get into the galley. And, you know, do you have anything to say to old Zalonin as you're kind of exploring the galley?
I mean, I think at first, like, the more pressing issue is, like, I'm just trying to see if we have enough food for all these people for 4 days, right?
Sure.
So I'm, like, you know, just asking him, like, hey, you know, give me a hand, like, let's basically take stock, you know, figure out how much food we have.
And I will say, if you remember that Zalonin seemed to take a special interest in you, and kind of felt that there was something in you. He couldn't really quite grasp what it was. So, but he's definitely interested in hanging with you and like getting to know you a little bit more. If he seemed aloof prior to that moment, but now that he's had it, you see him a lot more like engaged as a personality, you know. But what you guys find there is that you do. I mean, listen, this is a gangster ship, so there's some high quality ingredients in here. You see that there are some exotic spices, as well as some strange dried fruit and vegetables. That there is
Hennessy.
quite definitely some
Shelves
Hennessy.
and shelves.
Well,
of-
I was gonna say, let me take stock of the food, and then my very next question was, all right, what's the alcohol situation like?
So
Midnight
there's a
Squad
fully
turning up.
it's a fully stocked bar, and
yes.
in the cooling unit there is some Cristal for sure, a couple bottles of Cristal, and then there's like enough basic R2Es in there to support everybody that's on here for what looks to be about a week and a half.
Okay.
So you have a good amount of food, and Zalonin is very excited to find the spices as well as some of these like nuts and fruits and vegetables that he can add to the RTEs to make them taste better, you know?
Right.
There's no like raw protein or anything on the ship, so it's all like dry goods
Just
and stuff like that.
Old raw chicken.
Yeah, great.
Sour.
Yeah,
You know,
so, I mean,
this is off track, but I just have to tell you this about speaking of just weird meat products.
okay,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Okay, so have you guys ever heard of a thing called a Texas Twinkie?
No,
I had
but I should know it. Research for my character, you know.
so I had my first Texas Twinkie this weekend. What it is it's a jalapeno, like de-seeded and stuffed with cream cheese and like green onions, and then you cut a piece of andouille and you put the jalapeno in the middle of the andouille, so now it's like wrapped around by some andouille sausage, and then you wrap
Which is
all that in
itself
bacon.
a stuffed sausage, is it not?
Right, and then you wrap that in bacon, like tightly wrapped in bacon, and grilled it. And so it's, there must have been like 2 pieces of bacon on it because it was like tightly round all the way. And you bite it, and it's just like a Twinkie in the sense of like in the middle there's this white cream that comes out of. But I was eating it. It was just at like a small cookout, and I was eating it, and I took a bite of it. And I said, well, I guess this is all I'm eating for dinner tonight, because it was like so rich. Like they had cooked so much food. There was like ribs and all this stuff. I was planning on getting like a plate. I took like one bite of this that's supposed to be an appetizer. I was like, this is fucking dinner. Like, I'm full after one bite because it's just so rich. I mean, it was just stuff. Anyways, there's no Texas Twinkies on this show.
I was about to ask, can someone make a Texas Twinkie for us?
Or at least, like, if you take the andouille off, it's called an atomic buffalo turd. Like, one of those, too. If you smoke it, it's the same thing, but without the andouille.
Let's say that Zalonin was telling you that, Tex, like,
Okay.
Like, I have this recipe
you
that
know
I wish
about
that
Texas?
I could do. That I wish that I could do. Yes, I've seen Texas in my visions.
And I go and get a bottle. It's like, sit down, tell me everything.
If only we had the meat to do it. There's this thing called a Texas Twinkie.
yeah, and you guys, and in the middle of him telling you that, the lights flicker on and off for a second. You kind of just hear this kind of in the distance and comes back on. And so like plenty of food. Zalonin definitely is interested in you and is trying to kind of connect with you through various ways. And
Yeah, I mean, like, after we take stock of everything, I'm down to, like I said, I'll grab a bottle and, like, sit and chat with him, have a couple drinks.
yeah, I mean, and, he doesn't say anything, like, too outward or whatever. He just seems to be really interested in getting to know you, He does ask you
How did you come to be in the STF?
That's quite a tale, my man.
I'm going nowhere.
I feel like Tex would be kind of reticent to, like, admit
Well, you
that
see,
he
I was an outlaw for a while.
See, I was robbing banks,
I mean, you can tell him all or none, or anywhere in between of what you want to tell him. But he's definitely interested, and he asks you a lot of questions about Ivari too.
Adam, roll a diplomacy check.
Okay.
Well played, sir. Well played.
All right, we're looking at a 16.
16. All right, yeah. I mean, I'll explain a decent amount of it, but I'll try to, like, make myself sound better, like maybe leave out that I was literally robbing banks.
You were only figuratively robbing banks.
But I mean, I don't know how to explain it, but I'm trying to, like, gloss over some of the more illegal aspects of my life.
He asks you questions about Ivari too. Like, he seems interested in how you know Ivari. How did you get to know her? What?
Right. So I don't think there's any way to get around the Robin Banks thing if I'm doing her. I'll say this: after we get a couple of drinks in, Tex probably loosens up enough and it's like, all right, man, look, I've been a little cagey, but you seem like a good sort. I'll be honest with you and explain to him that he was a bank robber and the whole flashback that we had with Ivari.
So you'd go into it?
I'll explain it to him.
Do you tell him everything, like all the way up to you guys?
Like how we both got shot, and then like the mystical kid, because I can tell he's like mystically inclined, right? Yeah, so I mean, I would explain all that to him as well, kind of hoping for some clarity, because I don't think Tex or Ivari really understand their bond. And Tex doesn't really understand his own magic,
Yeah, as you start getting into that aspect of your story and talking about that, Zalonin, like, is enthralled and is, like, leaning in. And after you kind of finish, he just sits there for a moment and nods. He says,
I knew that I sensed something in the two of you. I don't know what it is, but the Forever Queen, Hylax herself, is watching over the two of you. You have come to me as part of her will. I wish I knew what it was. But you must try to live by her tenets of friendship, of diplomacy,
Check.
and loyalty, specifically to Yavari.
Oh, yeah, check.
I don't know what role you have to play in this war with the Swarm, but it is no accident that the two of you live and that the two of you saved me.
So I think Tex would probably... He'd be curious for sure because it concerns him and he's a narcissist. But, he would probably ask him to explain more about Hylax, and because Tex is like, well, I've always been a Wait-On man myself, and I always just attributed my magics to Wait-On, but in retrospect, that was probably a self-serving kind of decision there.
So Zlonin gives you pretty much the rundown of Hylax, and I will give you that information off air because I don't want to just sit here and read a page worth of information. And then when relevant pieces come up, we'll put it out there. But for those listening, if you want to know what this character knows, just read the entry on Hylax. It's basically
Right.
He's going to explain the general knowledge of Hylax, and that's about all he knows. He's a fervent priest of Hylax, but he doesn't have any unique or more intimate connection with her.
All right, if I'm gonna jump on board this Hylax train, is there any prohibiting clauses? I do drink, and I don't go to church much.
I'll do some too.
I do some toot now.
If I've heard the sermon before, I'll do some too.
Yeah, you want me to sit there and do
Sitting
nothing?
in traffic, ain't nothing on the radio. I'd do some toot.
Better watch out, Yavari. I'll go upside your head, Yavari.
Now, if somebody offers it to me at a party, I'll do it too. It's just rude not to,
It's impolite
Sorry.
not to take it,
Me and Yavari, we'd get together with some friends about twice a year. And we'll do by Nate Ball.
Steve, Griff, have you seen this video?
I'm at a loss of what's happening.
Oh, God. You're in for a treat.
Wait,
All right, let's pause the recording right now.
Well, no, we're gonna watch it in between episodes here.
Okay.
It is. I'm so glad that you haven't seen it. You're about to experience a
We will
treasure.
open the next episode with a review.
Yeah, okay, sounds
Yes,
good.
I love
Sounds
it.
good.
I love it.
So yeah, Zlonin kind of fills you in, although he does say during that, he says,
But certainly your traveling companion would know all this. He bears the insignia of Hylax
Oh, you mean
proudly on
Vinny?
his chest.
yeah.
Oh, well, I'll tell you one thing right now about Vinny. He's a scoundrel and a swindler.
Well,
He ain't no damn follower of Hylax,
he's not a follower. Why is he wearing the badge then?
because he's got sticky fingers.
That is not great.
I don't love it.
What is Natasi and Sigurd up to?
I took Sig down to the hack room because I think he's curious, with the ship's former owners. If he goes in there and he just loads up the last thing that was played in here, he's curious what these gangsters were playing in the hack room.
So it is actually a recreation of the baths in the pools of paradise. It's it's the POP module, and there's a bunch of mostly naked women and boys in there, men in there too.
Oh,
and
God,
it's
I was
just like,
hoping.
Damn.
Man, I was
let
like,
me clarify.
man.
It's men. It's men.
Males.
And that, you know, just like that, this seems to be where this gangster was getting his jollies. You know, if you were to do a black light in here, it'd be pretty horrific. You know what I'm saying? You might want to scrub it down.
Weird that you could try to blacklight in a holodeck.
Well, you wouldn't do it while the holodeck is on.
Oh God, no. Why are my boots sticking to the ground?
But you look through. So there's that. There's also
A whole new meaning to sticky fingers.
there's also like a on the beach of which. Heath, do you remember which Vesk number planet is the one that the Skidamaners are on?
3.
Nope.
3.
3.
Okay, so there's like a scene of the beach there against the Purple Sea.
Nice.
You know, there is like you could pull up old Brutaris games, you know, and watch them from like front row seats.
I mean,
you
that's
know?
pretty dope.
Yeah. And then there's a bunch of others available, but those are like the last 3 in the, you know, in the history or whatever that were used.
Got any rodeo programs in that thing?
There are no rodeo programs in that thing.
Yeah, Sig's like scrolling through the options, and he's just looking for like a cozy bar with like hollow darts and like that kind of stuff. He's like,
I kind of just want to play like a bar game. I don't really feel like whipping it out in here.
We have a full bar.
do we have like a dartboard and shit in there?
No. But yeah, so you can load up, you know, your friendly neighborhood bar. And it has darts, billiards, shuffleboard, you know, a card table, like all the kind of bar games that it's not an actual bar, it's just like a module that has all these options built into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a replica of any real place. It's just...
It's not like a banana bees.
It's a banana bees. To start
It's banana wasp. Yeah.
It maybe not a right now thing, but when we're done talking and taking stock, I do want to like find not a bottle of whiskey, but like a beer or something, and take one to Zonin and Stanges. No, who's the Loadsworth? Loachworth. I can never get his name right. I want to try to like at some point take him a beer and like I'm trying to like butter him up and like be cool with him.
you can call him POS Esquire if you want, you know.
There's already too many names going on.
So you take him a peace offering beer?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's back up in the lounge area in the observatory. And I mean, you bring it to him, you say anything to him?
Yeah, I bring it to him, hand it to him, like, here, me and,
Natasha, I imagine you're here too, treating the wounded, right?
Yeah, and unless something happens or something comes up that you need to alert me about, I mean, she's just treating some wounds if they're available. I think the next significant thing that would happen to her is patching up Vinny and Ari, yeah, whenever they get back.
when they come in.
Yeah.
I will say that Xantos, after most of the crew leaves, does get up and start patching up folks too. Like he does go to some folks and start treating them. So the two of you are treating them, I guess, whenever, I would say probably all of you kind of get back together in that room at the same time, you know. So Tex, you walk in and you walk up to Xantos, who's kind of working on one of the evacuees.
Yeah, so I bring him a beer and, hand it to him, pop it for him and hand it to him. It's like, just wanted to, keep you in the know there, good buddy. We went and checked out the galley. We've got enough food for everybody for this trip. There's a bar in there, which is nice. But just, didn't want you to worry about anybody going hungry.
All right. Should I be worried about what's in this beverage?
No, you shouldn't. I'm trying to be cool with you. I really am.
All right. And he takes a swig of it. He says, I must admit, that is a lovely sensation for a parched throat.
I agree. And I toast him and take a sip too.
Now, if you don't mind, I do have important work to do.
All right, cool. I'm not trying to invade your space. Just wanted to let you know, what was going on with the food situation.
Wonderful.
It's a nice
we'll see
gesture,
you.
Tex. He has been very helpful here, however.
So, Vin wants to try to find Sig.
Okay. So you can make your way. I mean, you could call him on your comm unit.
Yeah, I could. And just find out where he's at. Mm-hmm. Where is he at?
He's in the holodeck.
Oh, in the holodeck, that's right. Alright, so Vin makes his way down to the holodeck and walks in. Hey, Sig, lad. How you doing there, bud?
What's going on, Vinny? I was just talking to my buddy Lloyd here behind the bar.
And, I assume that there's some holographic...
Yeah.
Yeah, right, of course, Lloyd. Sure. Listen, mate, I nicked this here Hennessy from the bar. You want to split a glass with me?
I thought I was going to have to spend a couple credits with Lloyd, but yeah, I'm happy to... Lloyd, is it okay if we bring something like this in here?
Yes.
Thanks, buddy.
Right. Yeah, Vin makes extra special sure he doesn't set
Tell me
anything
about
on
your
the
problems. I'm here to listen.
Anyway, mate, Vin says as he's poured some glasses. You fought pretty good down there on the planet, man. This isn't your first rodeo, so to speak,
No, I've been through some shit. I know how to swing a fist.
Yeah. I was gonna ask, mate. You're all right, man. Look, I'm not trying to get into your business or anything, but it seemed like you had a wee bit of an episode or something down there at one point, man. I'm just making sure you're all right.
And he looks you dead in the eyes with a confused expression.
How do you mean?
Shit, man, I don't know. You was just bashing your shield on the thing, saying, stop resisting, or something like that, man. It kind of freaked me out, I'll be honest with you.
If I'm telling you the God's honest truth, I kind of lost myself there in the combat after I saw Tex go down.
Well, shit, man. Keep your wits about you, we got bugs all around us and things.
It sounds like I took care of them.
Yeah, mate, for
Fair.
sure on that one. Just making sure you're all right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Everything seemed fine. That fight seemed fine until Loadsworth came and shot that guy in that bug in the head. But yeah, I don't really know what you're talking about. You all right too? You sure?
Oh, I'm golden, babe. I'm golden. Good. I was checking on you, like I said.
So I'm not crazy. You're crazy.
That's right. Anyway, look, man. Look, it's all good. Mate. Cheers, And he'll clink his glass.
Of course, and Sig cheerses and then lights up a cigarette and just kind of leaning on the bar, waiting for Lloyd to pass him get him some more ice and shit, even though it's all holographic.
But Lloyd, two more.
Can you
two more
lean on the?
cubes.
Can you lean on the holographic bar? I don't know.
I imagine you can. I think everything I think everything in there's solid.
I wouldn't
Even though
touch
it's
much
not.
in that room.
That's what I'm saying. Vin made extra special care not to actually sit anything on that. He just doesn't trust it.
Does anyone have a sanitary wipe?
Yeah, I wouldn't touch it for various
Sounds like
reasons.
you need a mop.
Some Clorox will do wonders in here.
We found a job for Loadsworth.
Yeah, we're gonna have to clean this place up. I wonder if Loadsworth is up for the job.
Yeah.
This
We
room's
should
got
ask
its
him.
worth of loads.
Ooh,
Oh,
Zing.
That's nasty.
Do you guys want to explore any other aspect of the ship for this day?
If Yavari could get, like, I guess, I don't know, 1 or 2 rooms to do, like, a perception, or I don't even know if I have
Like what
anything
rooms?
else. Maybe the room that the survivors are in, the refugees. Just kind of look around, and maybe in the galley, I guess, or.
I mean, Meta, you
Yeah.
know that Tex already searched the galley.
Okay, I'm sorry. Trying to think if there's any other room.
I mean, I'll just read off the rooms on the ship, right? So you have the bridge, the elevator, the galley, the crew quarters, the captain's quarters, the engineering room, the power core, the observation deck, the guest quarters, the the holovid room, the cargo bay, escape pods, and the cargo airlock.
Let's do the captain's quarters and the bridge.
Okay. Yeah, so you're just kind of making your way through, and you take a look at the captain's quarters, and I mean, it's a nice single bedroom. The guest quarters are actually nicer, but this is still, it's bigger than the crew quarters. The crew quarters is all like kind of like a bunk room, a barracks type deal. But this has a single bed and a desk and like a little armoire or whatever in it. But you don't notice anything out of the ordinary. When you go to the bridge, roll a perception check or a piloting check, whichever you're best at.
Definitely going to be piloting. 18 total.
18 is enough for you to notice that the Terminus Wild appears to be deviating slightly from the set course. But you're able to correct the error before you get too out of whack, but it just seemed to be drifting off course.
She would calm Vinny and tell him about that, just to kind of keep him like, hey, Vin, just, after the shit with that Sparky box, we were going a little off course. If you can help me kind of keep an eye on the bridge, just to make sure. I think there might be some bugs or something. Well, not like swarm bugs, but like just bugs maybe in the system.
Oi, run a scan and see if the navigation systems are glitching or anything like that.
Do you
Okay.
have computers?
I can do that. Yes.
Okay.
I can do that. I don't have great computers, but I can. All right.
Everything's fine, Dave.
No, 11.
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't. Nothing stands out to you. It just seems like a bunch of technical readout jargon.
That made me think, does this ship have an AI?
Does not.
That's such a good roleplay opportunity
Does
for you,
this ship
Adam.
have ghosts?
That's what?
I said that was such a good roleplay opportunity for you, Adam. You squandered it.
I'm already doing one ship.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't even know how
I
to
would
do
tell
a
him,
gangster
like,
ship
I did the scan, but I didn't see anything.
All right. Gotta do everything around here. Sick. Cheers, mate. And Vin will just like down his hand and just like, start to set the glass down on the hollow bar. And like, whoa, no. And he'll just take the glass with him. Yeah.
He's just like tossing it in his hand as he walks up to the bridge.
Sig just turns to Lloyd, as I was saying.
Yes, tell me about your problems. I am here to help. So you go up there and you can roll your own computer's check.
Yep.
Maybe call up the doctor to get yourself fixed. But that's on you guys.
21.
21. You see that something is meddling with the technical aspects of your systems, but you can't trace the source or really see any kind of source, but something is like scrambling your technical readout here.
So just so I'm clear, does it seem to be like some sort of foreign agent somewhere in the system, or is it like
all you can see are the results of it, which is just scrambling your coordinates.
Scrambled or corrupted?
Scrambled.
Okay.
But
Now,
you
would
see,
I have any idea where to start looking for this thing? Like in the systems room, like in the, like I mean, what does my intuition tell me?
that
Vin spent his whole life on a spaceship.
what you can your intuition tells you that you need to be maybe write a little code to protect your coordinates, that you have the ability to basically put a system on it that makes it harder to scramble. So you can roll a computer's check to at least put some defense. You don't really know what's causing it. It doesn't seem like just a mechanical glitch.
It's like some sort of foreign actor involved in this.
It seems like that, yeah, because it doesn't seem like necessarily like a bad piece of script. It's like something actually, you can see that something meddled with it, something actively changed it, but you have no indication of what source or anything like that. So what you do get, the gut feeling is like, okay, well, let me at least protect this course.
Right, so yeah, that's the first thing that Vin will do is you know, beep boop 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 on the computer.
Right,
Hacker man over here.
Computer's check. You cannot.
Can I help?
No.
Okay. Well, then Yavari would say, "Oh, you got this. I'm gonna go see the doctor."
So that's going to be a dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah. So you feel at least a little bit more secure that it'll be harder for whatever was messing with it to continue that.
But still, Vin will, send out a message on the comm unit basically explaining
to
the current scenario to the party.
To just the party?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell fucking Loach
Just making sure, man. Just making sure. Okay, yeah, so you kind of tell him that. Do you need healing too?
Yeah, I could use some healing. Yeah.
All right, so yeah, you guys kind of get back up
Let's
with
reconvene.
Natasi. Yeah.
So
Natasi, help.
So Natasi looks up and sees you guys. Have you guys ever seen like the scars that get left on people that get struck by lightning?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's like basically if you look at their skin, it almost looks like they have like a scar in the shape of like a fern. It's like this weird fractal pattern as the electricity travels through you. They're very interesting to look at, but I imagine you guys are pretty scarred up right now. Whatever happened to you two?
The ship just bit me, man. I don't know what to tell you. Or ma'am.
Sparky box.
Quite
Yavari gets hurt. She gets very caveman like.
Quite the Sparky box indeed. She's gonna stare directly at Ivari. Ivari, have you figured out where my healing comes from yet?
I thought like healers get their gumption from a deity or something. Is that not right?
It's partially right, yes, and in my case, very close to the truth. But I'm just a conduit. I can only commune with my deity so much and deliver healing in a certain capacity to you all. So I'd appreciate it if you guys were a little bit more careful. My circuits are a little worn out right now, but I can help you. What she's going to do is something I haven't done yet. She's going to use her power life link 4 times in a row. And one of the fern-like electricity patterns that maybe goes up the side of Ivari's face glides down her arm and out her fingertips and gets absorbed into Natasi's fingertips, and that pattern is replicated on her face as you get healed 12 points of healing and I take 12 points of damage.
Wow.
That goes directly to my hit points, but what then that allows me to do is channel and heal myself, because I can't heal my stamina without healing my hit points first. So, you got those 12 points of healing.
That's what we call synergy.
That's right.
That's a synergy.
Yeah, Yavari would come watch you pulling basically her injury from herself to yourself,
and just sort of watch you do your thing and just be like, Doc, thank you, but I don't ever want you to take my pain. Promise you won't ever do that, okay?
It appears that it's a bit too late for that now, isn't it, Ari?
Don't do that again. That's my job, not your job. I got myself into trouble. If it causes you pain, then I don't want you to fix it. Okay?
I understand, but what you might not understand is efficiency. And it is more efficient for me to help you like this.
Doc, I just want you to know I do not share Miss Yuvari's the situation there. I think it's perfectly fine. However you need to heal, feel free, love. Cheers.
Expected and noted. And as when she says that, turns back to Avari. You'll figure it out soon. Boosh. 24 points of healing.
God damn.
Holy cow.
Okay.
Going to everybody, or
Yep. And that's, I guess, if there's anybody left in there who is, all the civilians and shit.
Were you into your HP?
I was not into
Vin.
my. Oh yeah, Vin. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I have a very dumb question.
What's up?
Does that healing spill over into stamina?
It sure does.
Okay.
Natasi's healing always spills over into stamina.
But you have to have.
Missing hit points.
Right.
Oh,
Yes.
I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
I will.
Yep, I did the math. I knew she still had hit points left.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you want to do with this given day?
Get some fucking rest, eh?
Yeah, I got one resolve. I'll second that.
Yeah.
Like call it a day.
I think Sig's
it's
just
been a
chilling
long
in the
day. Like, this is
holodeck,
all
man.
the same day as the hangar. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can get your long rest, right? So you heal if you have any hit point damage still, which nobody should. Maybe Tech's a little bit,
Not anymore.
but you can heal up to your you heal your level basically in hit points. Get all your stamina back, get all your resolve back, and you get all of your spells back. However, early in the morning, you guys are woken up by a pounding on your door. And it's Xantos. He says, "Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!"
Oh, wait, mate, what the fuck is it?
There's
Trying to
something-
get me beauty rest.
Well, it's too late for that. And there's something going on down in the cargo hold. Some mention of some exploded boxes or something like that. If you're in charge, go be in charge, soldiers.
I hate this guy so much.
I'm Team Loadsworth. This guy's my hero.
All right, look, Vinny, come with me. Let's go look, see what's up.
Yeah, you got it. But Vin will make sure to, put on some pants and, grab his pistol and everything first.
I put on
You've
just
There's
my
no
duster.
time. There's no time for your pants.
Motherfucker, there's always time for pants, okay?
I put on just my duster, and I've got my boxers on.
Yeah, I mean, he rouses all of you, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all of you make your way to the cargo hold, where you guys loaded up the UPBs. Well, first let's get a perception check from everybody.
14.
13.
13.
Put it on the board, baby. Natural 20.
Good
First
start.
board of the book 2. All right.
Y'all thought I was going to forget.
What does that get you total?
Forgot.
What's that put you?
24. 24.
24. Okay.
My perception is trash on this character.
What about the rest of yous?
13.
Okay.
Yeah. 2 13s and 14.
Same.
3 13s and 14.
Yep.
You get.
Weak.
Yep. Okay.
All right. Well, Vin, you're bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning, and you see that some crates in the forward corner, opposite of the stairs leading down into the cargo hold, have been smashed open. There's random parts of firearms, broken batteries, and shards of a translucent glass-like material. It's all strewn across the floor in front of those crates. And what you see, kind of hovering around the corner, is 2 ooze squares, glowing green.
Oh no!
And we need you to finish your drinks, because we'll see.
Oh man.
I knew it.
Ooze, man.
No, we alreys said we weren't doing that.
Damn it, Emily.
Sorry.
I would say Emily's the Brooks of the group here. That's fair.
You motherfucker. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the last episode of Emily Will Be Drinking. I quit.